50 million years ago, a large landmass separated from the supercontinent and drifted off to become an island, almost 22 million square miles in size. Australia was born. And this is Australia's largest wildlife sanctuary, the Kakadu Park, northeast of Darwin. Thousands of years ago, crocodiles stowed away on rafts made of tree trunks and creepers, torn from tropical riverbanks in their distant countries of origin, and took to the sea. Like strange sailors adrift on the wide blue ocean and carried by the currents, they discovered Australia. On the banks of the East Alligator River, one of the 4 waterways which irrigate the park, 2 imposing males are spotted. They appear to be challenging one another. Here, defense of territory affects not only survival, but the outcome of the species. In the mating season, females do not give themselves to the most impressive or strongest male, but rather to the one who owns the sunniest piece of territory. The female crocodiles in the Kakadu always lay their eggs in the same place. These eggs are concealed under a covering of plants which are skillfully interwoven to ensure a constant humidity and temperature. Eggs which hatch in a nest kept at 86 degrees Fahrenheit will produce female crocodiles. If the temperature is 90 degrees, they will all be males. The mother crocodile can sense the difference through receptors in her lips. At the other end of these buffalo trails is a place where real live cuddly toys live. Here, perched high in a tree, is one of the best known inhabitants of this particular wild sanctuary, the koala. The koala has one all-consuming passion in life, the eucalyptus tree. The koala is unique to Australia. It spends almost its entire life above ground and never changes its eating habits. It's eucalyptus every day. The youngster travels on its mother's back when it becomes too big for her pouch. By the time it's 2 years old, it will be fully independent. It feeds itself from the age of 7 months. The leaves are digested in a special offshoot of its gut, similar to a human appendix, but bigger. On a tree close to the riverbank is a fishing eagle. This bird eats reptiles and small mammals, but its favorite diet is usually fish. In this case, it's a plump catfish with tender flesh. In this old ant's nest is the blue-winged kookaburra. It is a sacred bird to the Aborigines. They believe that when the gods first caused the sun to rise, they asked the kookaburra to utter his cry to alert the sleeping men. This is a horned lizard. The ruffle around its neck is both a work of art and a dissuasive weapon against would-be assassins. This python is surprised by the sudden movement of a lizard. Although its idleness justifies the name of carpet python, it is alert to any strange movements. And at night, the age-old struggle for survival continues. The Australian tawny frogmouth is capable of remaining completely still with its head and neck extended. It seems as though there is nothing here but a broken branch, except this branch has a very real appetite. Hanging from the cave's vaulted roof, a family of tiny bats is revealed in the beam of light. From head to toe, or from toe to head since they're upside down, they measure about 3 inches with a wingspan of about 10 inches. New discoveries can be found at every turn. Little marsupials, desert rats. One has been caught and is eaten whole by a tree python whose jaws are extended to swallow it. Covered with spines like a porcupine, the echidna is one of Australia's most unusual animals. The female lays eggs like a reptile and yet feeds her young with milk, just like a mammal. And here, in the middle of the darkness, is the rock wallaby. It has special foot soles that keep it from slipping on the rocky slopes where it lives. On the plains in the Aran sunrise, the big gray kangaroos are greeting the return of the sun and the end of the rainy season. The fertile ground provides it with plentiful amounts of tender grass shoots. It carries its young in its pouch. The youngster will stay in the pouch for 6 months or so, feeding off its mother's milk. It will become independent at about 18 months. The young males will wander off to find a new range. The females will stay near their mothers. The kangaroo can reach a running speed of 40 miles an hour. When the males fight, they clutch each other with their short front legs and make a tripod with their tails and back legs. They lash out with their hind legs, which have sharp claws. This kicking is highly dangerous. The strategy is to get into a position where one kangaroo can deliver a knockout blow to the other one. The Kakadu is a place where kangaroos, koalas, and rock wallabies can roam wild and free. It is a place where some of the world's most unusual animal species are protected, safe from the dangers of civilization. In this, Australia's beautiful and largest wildlife sanctuary.